I'm finally answering your burning question. Where's Mateo's dad? Is he involved in his life? Does Mateo see his dad? The answer is yes. Mateo's by his dad right now as we speak. Today's Friday. He goes on Friday, come back on Sunday. I have him during the week and he has him on weekends. That's what works for us. That's what works for Mateo. And yeah, but it wasn't always so planned out and easy. So here's story time on how I co-parented at 16. So if you watch my introduction video, you know that Mateo's dad and we were never together. We were good friends and we did dynasties and we had Mateo. So you know, when I got pregnant, it just complicated. I mean, when we had sex, it just complicated the whole thing. I got pregnant at 15 and I had Mateo at 15, and 5 days after I turned 16. You would notice if you watch my introduction video. When I turned 16, he was 17. So, you know, when I want to say in the first year, maybe year and a half, I was not the easiest to deal with. And I say that because Mateo's dad didn't meet my expectations during pregnancy, and because of that I was out for vengeance. Like I wanted to hurt him. And it sounds weird, it really sounds weird, but it's true. Because during my pregnancy I felt like I was alone, and I mean, I wasn't alone, but that's just how I felt, you know? And I was just out of vengeance. So when Mateo was born, I just wanted to keep him to myself. And for the first 3 months, if he had to see him, he would come by me or I would go by him, and I would stay with Mateo. I wouldn't just leave him because, I mean, Mateo was my baby and I just didn't want people with my baby. I didn't trust everybody with my baby. I only wanted my mother and my sister with my baby. So, you know, the first 3 months, he was clinging to me. Then my mom, she told me, you know, Mateo would eventually ask about them and you should let him go and stuff. She let him go because she encouraged me to let him go for, I think it was a day. And he went, I don't know, in my head, I thought something's bad is gonna happen to my baby. So I didn't want him to go, but you know, I let him go for the day and it was fine. And that's when it started to be more frequent. So he used to go for like days, then he went for like a Saturday, you know. When I tell you it wasn't as easy as it is now, I mean that, because it was constant fighting. And I don't mean physical, it's like arguments, bickering, who's getting Mateo, who's the better pair. And it was like, looking back at it, it's like that was unnecessary. But I mean, we were 16 and 17, we wasn't prepared, we had no experience, and you know, so yeah. So his first Christmas, we fought. We were like, no, I was like, no, I'm having him first Christmas because I'm his mother. I'm keeping him first Christmas. And then he's like, but I need to see him too. And then I'm like, no, but he's my child. It's, you know, Mateo's, both are our child. But I wasn't right in the upstairs. So yeah. And he went on Boxing Day. So he spent Christmas with me and he went on Boxing Day. And then that was that. For his first birthday, we had 2 separate parties. Well, we didn't really have a party. We had like a birthday cake and, you know, just a little celebration. And they had their own little celebration too. And then when the whole pandemic thing happened, I'm laughing because I'm not like that anymore. And it's crazy that I was like that. But anyways, so during the whole lockdown thing, he used to go 1 week by his dad and 1 week by me. 1 week by his dad, 1 week by me. And that's how we did it. And then one time I just stopped sending him, and I really can't remember why, but I stopped sending him. And it probably wasn't even like a good reason. I just didn't want to send him just to get back at Mateo's dad. Probably. But yeah, I was crazy. I'm sorry. He wasn't going because I didn't want him to see Mateo. I just didn't want him to see Mateo because I still had all this hatred towards him. So, you know, because I was hurt during my pregnancy, I just wanted to hurt him back. And Mateo was already 1. So after going by mommy, he's with mommy for 1 week, going by daddy for the next week, with mommy, with daddy, with mommy, with daddy. There was this one time, I think it was like on the 2nd week or the 3rd week of him not going by his dad, Mateo asked me, he was like, he wants to go by dada, or he said, he was just saying dada, 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 because I don't think he could formulate words at one. So he was just saying dada, or where dada, or something like that. And I really just sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, damn, like you're hurting Mateo more than you're actually doing his dad anything. And that's when I really stopped. And I was just like, let him go. He's gonna go because he already loves his dad and he loves his mom and he knows his dad. So me keeping him away from his dad is doing him more harm than anything else. And I realized that it was selfish, and I just stopped. I really just stopped. And yeah, I want to say from when he was like a year and a half, things started to like smoothen out. You know, for his 2nd Christmas, which was Christmas last year, he spent half day, so half day by us, half day by his dad. And I mean, we still had 2 birthdays, but that's his birthday. This birthday this year, he still had 2 different birthday parties, and I don't think he really cared about it because he got double the gifts and double the cake and everything, so he didn't really mind. But and I think birthdays will always be separate. I don't know yet, but yeah, I don't hate him anymore, and we coexist really well now. But back then it was terrible. I was 16 and he was 17. I'm used to everything being done for me, and it's like having a baby was just like you just were forced to mature. But again, like I said in my video before, if you are not ready for grown-up consequences, don't do grown-up stuff. And well, we did grown-up stuff, so we ended up facing grown-up consequences. We were forced to mature really quickly, and I want to say that I matured faster. But I mean, by this video alone, we matured at the same speed, because baby, yeah. But one thing about the whole co-parenting thing though, it works for us. And you might be wondering, like, why didn't you try to work it out? There was nothing to work out. We were never together, like never. So it wasn't like we were together and then I got pregnant and then we broke up. No, we were just friends that did the nasties. And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. So, yeah. But one thing I'm going to tell you, if you're going through the same thing right now, don't keep your baby from the dad side of the family. One, because they are going to ask for them. Even if they don't ask for them as young as Mateo did, they will ask eventually when they go to school and they realize kids have mommy and daddy, but they only have mommy. They would want to know, okay, so where's daddy? And same for single fathers. They would want to know where's mommy. So don't ever let the beef you have between the other person get in between the relationship that they form with their child. Because yes, I felt like I did majority of the work, so he was my child and I wanted to keep him to myself, but that's not how it works. And if they are really showing that they want to be in his life or their life, they want to be in your child's life, then give them the chance, because it would be so shocking to you how much love this child and this person have for each other, and their bond just strengthens, and just seeing both of them happy, it's a different kind of feeling. And like I said before, we just coexist. Like, I don't hate him anymore. Mateo loves him and I love Mateo, so he exists. And now I'm like, yeah, go by your daddy. You know, because he's 2 and he's real peace. Always be like, Mateo's so cute, Mateo's so cute, baby fever. Take him for a weekend, just take him for a weekend. All the baby fever gone, and you're coming back with a headache and you're dropping a child. Yep, that is him. But yeah, and he don't know it's Friday. He say, I'm going with my father, and he dusts out, he pack his bag and he sit on my gate waiting for Nana to pick him up. So yeah, it works now. And I'm grateful that I've grown and I'm matured and I understand, you know, how to deal with things now. And I'm telling you, if you're going through the same thing, do not let the beef that you have with your child father or your child mother get in between the relationship that they can have with their child. It is going to do the child more harm than the father or the mother. So please don't hurt the child. It's not worth it. And if you really just can't stand the person, you don't have to interact with them, you know. You just, good morning, you drop off the child and you pick back up the child. It's not no hard how to build a conversation, pull smalls kind of thing, no. Because you're not going for them. You're going so that the child forms a bond with the other parent. But please note that if the child shows signs that they do not want to go, do not force them to go. And that goes for anybody, not just a parent. It goes for an aunt, a cousin, an uncle, anybody that your child gives signs that they do not want to go. Do not force them. And yeah, co-parenting is not always easy, and you have to be on a mutual level. Like you just have to want the same things for it to work. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was short and sweet. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye.